Hey everybody, welcome to what may or may not be the very first video I post, depending on how I decide to upload things. But so dilemma number one, have a nice tripod. I have no way, well, I don't have a new camera yet. I'm looking to get a halfway decent camera for starting to do this stuff, so I need to get my cell phone mounted onto this using random stuff. So let me get to jury rigging. We'll see what we end up with. Alright, hope you guys like my temporary workbench here. A couple of empty wine barrels. So I've come up with a plan that I think is going to work for the tripod pretty good. I'll just show you real quick what I've got. Basically, I've just found this old wooden wheel I've got. Gonna mount a couple of L brackets that way. I'm gonna cut a groove into this guy facing that way, the wing nut or something like that, so I can adjust it back and forth. Attach it to the tripod. I think we'll be in business. I'm kind of happy about my little plan. So let's get the Dremel out and make some cuts. Don't work on the one with the hole in the top. Give that a second to cool down. Figure out how to fish that out of there. And it's full of water. That does a number on your cutting wheel. That was the last of my heavy-duty cutting discs, so we'll see how we do with the smaller ones. Not so good. Alright, take two. Find the piece I was using. There, whoop. Take three. And we're through. Don't touch that. Alright, I'm just going to clean that groove up a bit and we'll move on with getting the mount kind of put together. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is widen the hole out on the wheel here. So I'm able to screw it onto the mounting screw on the tripod. Fairly minor deal, but figured I'd do that before I start attaching things to the wheel. Yeah, that'll work. So this wooden wheel actually is from the Curtis Museum in Hammondsport, New York. If you're into vintage aircraft, vintage motorcycles, things like that, a really cool museum. We actually went into the fabrication shop there, and all the old guys were in there working on, fabricating parts for some antiquated aircraft. No idea what it was. And I had my kids with me, of course, so they just gave my kids these, kind of do whatever with, and that was years ago, and they've been sitting in my basement ever since, and I don't know, figured I'll put it to use. So that's the story behind this sucker. Alright, so let's mark this up and start putting this together. Helps you put the drill in forward. Idiot. Making my serious face. Screws barely fit. So far, so good. Too big a bowl. I'll be back. Yeah, we need something more, a little heavy duty, a little more heavy duty than that. Don't pull the Dremel towards yourself. I know this, you know this, I'm an idiot. Not too bad. Life goes on. On a positive note, we're moving, so it's not perfect still, but could go a little wider. The threads won't go down, but I don't need it to go that far. I just need to be able to loosen it up a tiny bit, slide it, tighten it down. It'll do. Of course, the size I need is not in the kit. Grr. Motorcycles, my neighbors are building the garage. I think my neighbor's mowing the lawn too. I'm sure you heard none of that. On an auditory note, I'm going to be getting lapel mics, better equipment. So just bear with me on that front. It's all monetary concerns, a little bit at a time. It's kind of, as you can see, that's why we're doing this. Could just go out, buy something, but what's the fun in that? Make do with what you got. Get to build something. Get to cut your finger open. Make yourself look like an idiot. But hey, that's what this channel's all about. What's it going to be about? I'm sure you realize what I've been doing this entire time. Screwing it down to the wrong side of the bracket. This is the story of my life. Thank you to all those out there that were yelling at me the entire time. Need a bigger band-aid. Alright, you don't need to watch me use an Allen wrench. I'll get back to you when I have this assembled properly. Alright, made our correction there. We've got it on the right side now, as you can see. And seems to be working out pretty good. Just stand up here, show you. Slides pretty easy. You want to go ahead and wrap all these posts in some hockey tape I've got here, just to kind of take off the hard edges, because I'm going to be putting my poor cell phone in here, and it's in rough enough shape as it is. It's old. Offers a little bit of protection to it. Nothing too crazy, but it won't hurt. Okay, got these all wrapped up. Not the greatest wrap in the world. Hockey tape's a bit old, I think, but we can remedy that anytime if we feel like it. Just want a little padding, that's all. Now let's see if we can go ahead and mount it onto the tripod itself. There we go. We are mounted. Yeah, can't show you me mounting this in there because, well, I gotta use the camera. So I'll take some pictures with another camera I have. Maybe I'll take video with one of my kids' tablets. Yeah, we'll see. And I'll show you what it looks like with this mounted in. I'm actually kind of happy about this. Alright, be right back. So here we go. I'm able to use the buttons. Blocks a little bit of it, but it's not too big a deal. Can run all the camera controls with it. It's stable. You know? I'm super happy about this. Had some injuries along the way, a couple of mishaps, nothing too major, but for my first little project here on YouTube, I'm quite content with it, and it should make future videos a little easier for me until I do get, like I say, some upgraded equipment. I'll definitely work on the probably audio first. Audio is important, super important. My camera takes good enough video for now, but I definitely will upgrade. But yeah, thanks for checking this out. Hopefully, showed you can make something out of pretty much nothing. It'll get the job done, and it's fun to do. Thanks.